Hey review family, keep it high, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morse, the review guy reviewing music for the love of music, and I'm back again to bring you another video, and in this one I'm covering the new Smacked Up EP entitled Death Rain. This is a new 6-track, 16-minute EP that I discovered from the Slam Worldwide channel, which they oftentimes will focus on the more brutal side of heavy metal, but this is just a pretty straightforward deathcore release that I think has a lot going for it, and I'm not hearing many people talk about. Now you can attribute that to many things. You can attribute it to the fact that this isn't what they typically release and not what usually people look for, and a lot of brutal death metal fans will not usually like deathcore that much unless it's of the slamming brutal deathcore variety. Or it could be the fact that it is a short EP, but I do want to put this on people's radars because I am enjoying this EP. It's a pretty souped up style of deathcore that really incorporates a lot of the early influences. I hear a lot of early Whitechapel in this music. Vocally it reminds me a lot of CJ McCreery, formerly of Lorna Shore, as well as Chris from Thy Art Is Murder, just that very low-end bassy growl. You could also say Philip Bozeman of Whitechapel, or Mitch Lucker's lower-scale growls. I would also say it could be comparable to Job for a Cowboy, which is funny considering this album art reminds me a lot of their EP. And while it can feel very nostalgic for the 2000s deathcore scene, tracks like the very first track that gets in and out before even the 2-minute mark is a great indication of this band does simultaneously sound very new, with the very tapping, genty riffs almost. Sounds like something you could have gotten off of Within the Ruins' last record, Halfway Human, or say Phenomena from them. Or even like a Born of Osiris or a Veil of Maya record. Just not as cleanly produced as a lot of the Sumerian Records gent bands. So yeah, while I would say there is progressive elements and definitely a lot of technicality to be found here between the lines, they never hit you with so much that they make you miss the point entirely of what this album represents. And on tracks like Malice, you do get some of the brutal elements coming through. The breakdowns on this record can range from typical deathcore to just some very slamming variety, which makes sense why they are on Slam Worldwide, because on first listen maybe you might think this is just deathcore by itself, but there are dynamic elements like this section where the vocals go very guttural, very in the throat, that like that register. It becomes less of just a normal register and more of that toilet timbre. Not as unintelligible as, say, an organectomy or an abominable putridity, but closer to, say, a Within Destruction off of their record Death Wish. And they also have a nice little breakup period, a little bit of an interlude you could say near the end of the record. It's entitled Exodus. Just a very all-encompassing, full choral type sound, and I honestly wish it would go on for longer because I think this band does a good job of it. Now, I can't comment much on the members themselves or the band themselves because prior to hearing this, I had not known about this band, and I always stay tuned in to various labels to try to scope out new material, to recommend, to review, things like that, or just to listen on my own time. And yeah, this is a really nice little deathcore EP for anyone that likes any of the things that I listed in this review. There are a lot of influences from prior deathcore bands, and I think any fan will get a lot out of this. I think it's as simple as that. I think the record flows good, I think the production is very good without ever going too clean, and the band's obviously done their research on how to craft a good record in this genre. I'm going to be giving this album a 7 out of 10. And that is a wrap. Have you heard this new Smacked Up EP, Death Rain? If you have, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. I would love to discuss the record with you. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Morse, the review guy, and I'm signing off saying,